Was ist es wohl für ein Gefühl, zum tiefsten Punkt der Erde hinabzutauchen? 10.909 Meter tief in den Marianengraben? Ich glaube, wir sollten jemandem lauschen, der es getan hat, nämlich Dawn Wright. Sie ist Esri Chief Scientist, von Hause aus Geografin und Ozeanografin. Viele kennen sie hier natürlich. Sie war maßgeblich beteiligt an der Erstellung des ersten GIS-Datenmodells für die Ozeane. Im Sommer war sie topografisch ganz unten und was ihre Forscherkarriere anbelangt, ganz oben angekommen. Ich sage, Film ab bitte.
Dawn, you are Chief Scientist at Esri and responsible for the company's global research strategy. Thank you for joining this interview and talking about your last science mission for our German Esri community.
Thank you very much, Daniela. I'm delighted to at least be with you virtually, and I hope that I can be with all of you in person one day in Germany. But thank you.
That would be wonderful. Dawn, you went on a research mission to the deepest known spot on the planet, to Challenger Deep. How come you went there on top of all of your other responsibilities?
Well, one of the things that's very interesting about my job and my role is that there is room to do research projects in the field. They don't come very often, but it was also really an opportunity to see a place in the ocean that is like a moonshot for those of us who are oceanographers. Challenger Deep is like Mount Everest. And so even that's not your primary study area, everyone I think is curious about it, wants to go. And so there was that opportunity. And then finally, one of the reasons that I was on this dive as a mission specialist was to operate the world's first full ocean depth side scan sonar instrument. So we were testing this prototype to see if we could get it to work, and then to see if we could get decent data from it, and then to use that data in ArcGIS image.
So why is capturing data, such data, so important?
Well, capturing data is basically how we know what's happening with the Earth, with our processes, our movements. There's so much more data that needs to be captured from this planet. And I think we really need to get away from the idea that we have captured it all, that we have seen it all, especially in terms of thinking about time. We're all focused on climate change and on the changes that are occurring by the second in our atmosphere and in our ocean. And the atmosphere and the ocean are tied together. They're doing this dance, if you will, that results in what we see on a day-to-day basis with the weather and on a long-term basis with climate. And you can't just take a picture of that and think, oh, okay, we've seen it at this particular instance, so we know what's going on, we know what's going to happen. We have to continually collect data. And so for many of us, and GIS has gotten so much better at this, and our technology, ArcGIS, has gotten better with time series data, real-time data, or near real-time data. And in the ocean, there are so many places where we have not even had a chance to collect initial data, especially data at high resolution. So it's absolutely critical to continue to collect data from the environment. And I've been talking about the environment, but we know as human beings that our movements, our patterns of life, our needs, our facilities, our politics, everything is very dynamic. Everything needs not only an initial collection of data, but repeat collections of data. So data collection will continue to be, I think it's one of the grand challenges of our time, to continue to collect data effectively, efficiently, and safely, especially in terms of people's privacy.
That's a very interesting and important point. We are at the Esri user conference in Germany. What products are you expecting will be available for Esri users?
Well, what we are going to be releasing will be in the Living Atlas. So this will be open access data in the ArcGIS Living Atlas of the world. The sonar, the side scan sonar image, we hope to release that as a geotiff so that people can see what this type of data looks like from this very unusual instrument. But the other good part about our expedition is that we collected a lot of multi-beam bathymetry data. So we added to the coverage of Challenger Deep. And then we also collected new data around the Yap Trench and the Palau Trench. These are two trenches to the southwest of Challenger Deep. And these are data that are contributing to Seabed 2030's global initiative to map the entire ocean floor in detail by 2030. And there's an organization that's associated with them called Map the Gaps, and that's literally what we do. We map the gaps, places that have not been mapped in detail before. So that bathymetry data we have right now, and that is very easily processed, and that will be available in the Living Atlas of the world.
Wonderful. Sounds like a lot of information and data that will be available. And yeah, thank you for this overview.
Thank you.